Unmute. Okay. Hello, everyone. I wanted to do a quick check-in. It is day 7, 1 week of WildFit Spring, and I wanted to check in, talk to you about my experiences. I went out to dinner tonight, so I want to talk to you about that because that's an important component of this. Hi, I am Simone Simpson, founder, CEO of Snap Back Body Wild. And our WildFit class starts on September the 20th. I'm doing a 30-day countdown to day 1 of WildFit class. And within that, I'm doing 60 days of WildFit meals, talking about meals, making meals, snacks, appetizers, so that you have your arsenal of foods to eat when class begins. So September 20th, to get more information, go to snapbackbodywild.com and you'll get all the information there. So I just wanted to talk to you about how I'm feeling, what I've experienced so far, and yeah. So I went out to dinner tonight and we went to a beautiful Greek restaurant on South Beach. I live on Miami Beach. It's a little island off the coast of Miami. So I live on Miami Beach. Well, I live between Miami Beach and Vegas. I have a house in both. So I'm at Miami Beach house today and most of the time. And so we went there, and prior to going, I had the thought, what can I eat so that I'm staying on plan, feeling good, honoring how I'm feeling, because I wasn't hungry at all. Had I not gone, I wouldn't have eaten again. And I said, honoring how I'm feeling and also staying on plan and enjoying myself and feeling satisfied. So that was my intent. And so we started off with a nice Greek appetizer. They brought a Greek pita bread, and then 4 dips for the bread. So I, of course, didn't have the pita bread. But the 4 dips, the first one was a feta dip, so I didn't have that. The second one was a dairy, like a yogurt. I didn't have that. The third one was an eggplant dip. So I said, oh, I'll have that. And then the last one was a hummus. So I was like, okay, I'll have those too. So I didn't have the bread, but I took about a teaspoon of each of the dips and they were delicious. I was like, wow, this is really great. And then I had a second teaspoon of the hummus dip. There were 4 of us there, so we were all sharing. And so I just took a little teaspoon, took another one. And then the second appetizer came, which was octopus and garbanzo beans. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to have the garbanzo beans. You know, that's high in carbs. And we don't count carbs on WildFit, but it's similar to keto with several enhancements. So if you're following keto, everything on WildFit Spring is keto friendly, but some things that people do in keto, we enhance that with WildFit. So when I saw the garbanzo beans, I was like, oh no, and then I thought, hummus, garbanzo. So I know that there's this thought, this idea that when you're going to restaurants, look at the menu first and decide prior to going. So this for me is reason enough that if I'm going out to eat again the next time, I will look at the menu first, because I would have pre-thought the hummus, garbanzo, and not have that. So that's something that's just important. I'm glad that I only had 2 teaspoons. So that's important. However, I just really was like, oh my goodness, I accidentally had an experiment with hummus. As far as the meal, we had I had a fish. And so it was a whole fish that I had. And that came with greens. So that was perfect. It was kale. So that was completely, the fish was grilled. So that was completely on program. And then a friend and I split that actually. So we split the meal. And so that was how dinner went. It was absolutely delicious. I didn't have wine. Everyone had wine. I just had water. I didn't have coffee either, so didn't do that. But I was glad I was able to go out, and I didn't tell anyone that I was on WildFit Spring. I didn't tell anyone, oh, I'm not eating pita bread. I just didn't eat it. Someone who was sitting across from me kept like offering it to me, and I didn't even respond because I'm like, it's sitting right here in the middle of the table. Everyone's sharing. If I'm going to eat, I'll eat it. And the minute you tell someone you're doing something, generally there's pushback or explaining. And I just didn't want to go into all that. I just wanted to sit and enjoy and experiment with going to dinner with friends, staying on plan while not sharing with them that I'm on a plan. And it worked beautifully. The experiment with the hummus lets me know, definitely look at the menu prior to going, decide what you're eating, because I would have caught that bit. I would have been like, oh yeah, hummus, garbanzo. But I only had a couple of teaspoons. So I'm back at home now, and day 7, I am so full of energy. I am so focused on my goals. I almost didn't go to dinner because I've been working on my business all day. And then I thought, you know what? I do want to go to dinner with friends. And I gave myself a time limit. And I said, well, I need to walk. So I'm going to walk because I walk every evening. That actually was my alarm that I set to make sure that I left by that time, and I'm already at home. So good. And I said, as long as I'm back at home at the same time I'd be back at home when I do my boardwalk, that's fine. But I didn't want to get out of my routine to spend time with friends, because again, it's focusing on my goal. I have a strong goal that I'm focusing on, and it's easy to distract, to have a lot of energy half the week, and then the energy wanes, maybe because you went out with friends, etc. But my goal right now is not a goal of going to dinner and drinks with friends. My goal is something else, and that requires me being strong and fit and well and focused. So I said, okay, I'll go, but I have this window to spend time with loved ones, with friends, and they were dear friends, so I did want to go. But I said to myself, but to honor me, I'll give myself a window. So I actually left early. We ate, dinner was over, but I didn't stay for that end part of dinner, which sometimes can be an hour and a half, where coffee comes and then someone decides to order dessert and then someone orders more wine, and that turns into that. So that part, I as soon as I finished my meal, I got up and left. So that was good. So yeah, so great experiment with going to dinner, following WildFit Spring. Everything I had was keto. There was that experiment with the hummus, which was actually an accident. So that was interesting. And so what I'm doing now, I'm contemplating, we have exogenous ketones. And this again is a hack. The exogenous ketones put you into ketosis for 2 to 3 hours. And although it was only a couple of teaspoons of hummus, I want to make sure that I'm sticking to my plan. And I know that you know that I know that you know. I love it. I know that I've shared with you that I am measuring the ketones every day. So today it was so much darker. I'm so excited. I want to show you exactly what I saw. So today I measured, and it was a dark pink. I was like, oh my goodness. And so it was right here. I'm going to show you exactly, because I take a picture of it every morning, because this is important. I know that there are a lot of you who are familiar with keto. You may not be as familiar with WildFit Spring, but it's a very comfortable, easy, transformative health plan. And so go to the website Snap Back Body Wild to get more information. There, we're doing a discovery call if you want to sign up for a discovery call. And I'm going to do a webinar to talk to you about the program. But I want to show you where my ketone levels were. So this is the chart. 0 is 0 ketones. Let's see. All of a sudden it just fast forwarded several. I'll get to where I want to be. Okay, so this orangish color means there are no ketones. And so the ketone level starts here. And this is where I was today. So I was really excited. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, look at that. So, and this is day 7. And so that's today. I took another picture up closer. It's like, I want to make sure that it's clear. But yeah, so that's where I am. And so I am in ketosis. My mind is so clear. I am so sure about my choices. I'm comfortable with my choices, which is why I contemplated. I know that I had an invite with friends. I actually had an invite earlier today to go to the beach with another friend, but I was working. Like, I was really focused on my business. I mean, I was like, if I stop, then I'm going to miss this whole day, all these hours where I can focus on my business. And I thought, you really literally have to make a decision. I know where I'm going. And you're not able to make every engagement. And then so I suggested to that friend, I was like, well, why don't we do dinner? Because I know that and I said, why don't we do dinner and afterwards a walk on the boardwalk? Because I walk on the boardwalk every night. And then I thought that way I'm still honoring what I'm doing for myself. I'm exercising, and then we're still able to spend time, chat, etc. So I ended up doing a dinner engagement tonight. I am going to have some ketone base right now just because of the experiment with the hummus that I didn't realize. So I'm going to do that. So what I put as my base is coconut milk. And I'm going to show you so that's it. Everything that I get is organic. But if you're wondering about the carbs, there is less than 1 carb in a cup. So less than 1 carb. And so you have your coconut, and I'll put 1 scoop of, I normally mix in the MCT oil as well, but that has 3 carbs. So I thought, I'm not going to add anything else, any more carbs to my body tonight. It's late for me to have something, and I considered that, and I'm like, well, it's late. I've already walked. Should I? And I was like, no, I feel like I really should. So I just want to encourage my body to stay where it is. So I'll put this in, and then I'm going to stick this in the Vitamix, blend it a little, and sip and share. So there you go. This is my drink. And again, I'm only drinking something this late other than water because of my unintentional experiment with hummus. It was a couple of teaspoons, so not much. And I'm going to go online to see what the carb count was in that, but definitely having this. I wanted to show you something because I wanted to update my feedback. These are the Keto Bars, and these products, again, I call them keto hacks. These are things to keep you on your path. If you stumble, that's basically like having a hand pick you up or having the muscle strength to pick yourself up and keep going. And so I ordered these, and I had this on the first day. This is a cinnamon roll keto bar. And I was like, it's okay. It was moist because it had been in the heat. I live in Miami Beach. And so, and it did say that. It said it's summertime right now. If when you get your product, stick it in the refrigerator for an hour before eating. Well, I didn't do that. I just wanted to taste everything. So I did. I tasted this again a couple days ago. I was like, this is delicious. It's a cinnamony taste that, oh yeah. So update on the cinnamon roll bar. It's delicious. So there you go with that. And then I went in and ordered the granola bars that are coming in. Of course, it's made with different ingredients, but what I realized when I was on a raw diet and doing raw cooking is that what you're really looking for with food is the texture, the spices. As long as you have the same texture, which is, this is how it feels in my mouth when I eat this. This is how I hold it in my hand. This is how, as long as you have that texture and the spices, you can use different ingredients. It's not the actual ingredients. It's the spices that give it the flavor, and it's the texture that gives it the feel. And so the granola bars are made with different ingredients. So those are coming. And I've heard a lot of great things about them. And I'm going actually on a trip in a couple of weeks. And so I want to definitely have an arsenal when I'm there, because I'm going to a meditation retreat, and it's a lot of work that I'm doing. I'm really looking forward to it. But they say there's snacks outside and snack time. It's like everything available. There's nothing there that it's like cookies and biscuits and rolls and like everything is there. So, and then they bring out the food, and it's like burritos and taquitos and veggie burgers. And so I said, I have to come prepared, because that snack time is going to be something that I am going to conquer. So I said, I need to make sure I bring snacks for me. So I ordered 5 boxes of those bars. And so I'm bringing that. I was going to bring some nuts. I haven't decided yet. I haven't had nuts yet since I've been on this, because those are kind of a quasi trigger for me. So, but if the choice is having pistachios or a brownie or a cookie, the pistachios win. And those are only 3 carbs per fourth of a cup. So I might bring some nuts with me because I've got to make sure that during, and we have long days. I mean, we do a lot of work in the retreats that I go to. And so I want to make sure that I just have snacks so that when I go out and when I'm talking to people and they're eating, I'm not tempted in the least. So, but yeah, update on this. And again, there is a link below so that you can get a $15 discount. And I highly believe in discounts for being loyal to companies. And this company, the product, the components within the bar, they're clean products that they use. And definitely, like there's no vegetable oils in there. They use coconut oil. So it's a good product. I did a lot of research trying to find keto hacks, things that would help, and then looking for companies that used really high quality products in their foods, and then also give a discount when you share. So that's that. That's the update there. That's all I have for you tonight. I have a lot of energy, which is really good, which is one of the side effects of being in ketosis is high energy, is clarity of mind. The side effects that I'm not feeling are like the fatigue. I don't feel that, but that's what the exogenous base, that's what the electrolytes that I take are for, and that I ordered those as well. I showed you those, but the electrolytes that came in my kit, that's exactly for that. I'm supposed to take them every day, and I haven't had the electrolytes in 2 days. So it's like a pink lemonade flavor. And again, it's because I don't drink flavored stuff. I drink water. I love water. So this is new for me, but I'm doing it because these are the electrolytes. So I will remember to drink that tomorrow. I'll just have to find a time of day that I want to drink something with a flavor in it. But it's good. Again, I love water. So thank you so much for watching. And this is 1 week on WildFit. Oh, so for some of you that didn't see, I weighed 2 days ago. I weighed on day 5 because I'm not weighing myself every day. And I weigh on Saturdays. So on Saturday, it was my 5th day, and I released 5 pounds, so a pound a day that I released. So I wanted to share that in case some of you didn't see the video. I did a video. I'll put a card at the end of this video so you can see it, that showed on the day that I weighed, and I was super excited to see that. But I could tell, like, I feel lighter, stronger. When I'm practicing ballet in the mornings, it's like my balance is better. When I'm on my toes, I'm like, this feels really good. So it's really nice. But yeah, so 7 days in, join me. Class starts September 20th. Go to the website snapbackbodywild.com to get the information about it. And I hope to see you there. Join me on this. It's really good to be a part of it. I love that you're watching the videos, but join me, be a part of this so that when class ends, you're not saying, wow, look at all of these wonderful results that I'm seeing. When you go to the Snap Back Body Wild website, and there's a link below, if you click on the About tab and then click on the PDF, you will see before and after pictures, and people's testimonials are in there too. It's incredible what I heard from my classmates and what I experienced. I'll put a link there as well. Day 1 of this 30-day countdown, I talked about all of the healing that I experienced when I went through the WildFit program. I went from high blood pressure to normal. I went from high blood sugar to normal. I went from high triglycerides to normal. I went from high cholesterol to normal. All of these numbers that had been high. And I didn't know until after the program, because after the program, that's when I had my lab work done. So then we went to, I had a follow-up CT scan, and my lungs had healed. Damage that the chief of staff of pulmonology said was permanent and progressive was no longer there. And so as soon as I saw that, I said, I have a responsibility to share this. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because WildFit unraveled what I thought was excellent knowledge about food and what I should eat. And it's like I rebuilt and put together in a way that's it's easy, it's comfortable. This is almost a year after I started. This is like almost 9 months after my class ended, and I'm still talking about releasing weight. 9 months after any other program I'd ever been on, I was talking about, oh, I've gained 30 pounds back, 40 pounds back. I'm going to start Monday, all of that stuff. And I say over and over, if you're talking about you lost weight in the past and you gained it back, don't even tell that story. Come to WildFit, come to class, and then in a year, you can be in a part of this party, this WildFit party, which is like, wow, it's a comfortable ride, and it's like your body resets. Foods that are good for you, that's what you want. You don't even notice other things. The pita bread that was at the restaurant, I didn't even want it. I looked at it, and when they brought it out, because there was one person who kind of ordered for everyone, and so I looked at it when they brought it out, but I didn't even want it. It's like you don't miss anything. And some people are like, oh, there's no freedom with food when you're taking things away. However, if you see something and don't want to eat it, but you can't stop yourself, that's not freedom. If you go into the break room at work and there's donuts and cookies and you don't want to eat them, but you can't stop yourself, that's not freedom. But if you go into the break room, or if you're at an event and there's donuts and cookies and you don't even pay attention to them because you know exactly what you're looking to put into your body, and you find that and you're satisfied, that's freedom. Wild Fit is freedom. September the 20th, class starts. I would love to see you there. Definitely come to the webinar. You'll get more information. I'm here because of the transformation that I have experienced and am still experiencing. That's why I'm documenting this 60-day journey of what WildFit Spring, and that's one of the seasons in WildFit of what happens. And so just documenting it to share with you. I am so glad that you're here. You owe yourself, and you can do this. I ask that you come with an open mind. That's all I ask. Come with an open mind and go full in. And class starts September the 20th. There's a discount if you sign up before September the 15th. So you'll see the discount coupons on the website by Friday. Those will be there. I think that's important. I want to make sure that we are giving that discount to our classmates who are signing up early, who are making that commitment for yourselves. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Join me in this feel good party. Start September 20th, just in time for the holidays.